Hi everybody, Phil Strong here, thanks for joining me today. Today someone's written and asked me a question: how much money do I need to retire comfortably? And that's a fantastic question, because to me it means that they're thinking about it. Alright, so let's go through this and hopefully I can help you with this. Now, when we used to teach financial planning, and the way that we used to calculate retirement requirements was we used to say to someone, well, how long would you like to be retired and how much would you like to have to live off? And these are really pie in the sky questions, but we'll go through them and I'll explain what we mean by that. If you are planning to retire at age 65, which can be considered to be normal, you look at the average life expectancy, which for a male is under 75 now, but let's just say you know it was possible that you'd live to 80, and so that's a 15-year time frame. And then we'd say, well, how much do you need to live off? And people used to get crazy, used to say, oh, I want $100,000 a year, and you know, that's a lot of money. So make sure it's relative to your current lifestyle. But also, my father-in-law taught me something when I was making comments about this one day. He said, he says, when you're retired, you just want life to be simple. You want to be able to travel to see the people you love, and you want to be able to have some enjoyment, some hobbies that you enjoy spending money on. And he said that's as simple as life is. You don't need as much as you think. And I thought it was really, really wise, especially, because, that's a long way away from me. And so I didn't have his perspective. So it was good. So think about that. Have enough money to live comfortably, have enough money to travel to see the people that you love, and have enough money to have some fun. It's a pretty good guideline. Okay, so let's just say on that basis you thought that $50,000 was a good amount of money to have as an income. $4,000 a month. It means you could obviously replace the car. If you needed a new car, you could replace, because what happens if the washing machine or the dishwasher blows up? These are the sorts of things you have to be mindful of. It's not just buying groceries and putting petrol in the car. So let's work it out. $50,000 times 15 years means that you'd need to have invested $750,000 to be able to spend that $50,000 every year. Not counting interest and those kinds of things. Let's keep it simple. That's a heck of a lot of money. And now, if you'd started saving when you were 18, it's quite possible that you could easily save up that $750,000 by the time you're age 65. It could be that you own several properties and you cash those properties up, you sell them so that you've got the money in the bank to be able to live like that. And that's a fantastic way. Alright, so that's the first option, is you can have that much money put aside in the bank. But that's not necessarily achievable for everybody. So the other way that you could do it is that you could look at finding, how could I have some income that I can still receive whilst I am retired. And so let's do the maths. Let's look at this a different way. Let's say that you manage to purchase 2 rental properties and you manage to pay them off by the time you're 65, and those rental properties rented out for $500 a week each after expenses. So what that means is that you have $1,000 a week coming in from your investment properties. And if you multiply that out, my friends, that's $52,000 a year, which is what you wanted. But it never stops. So you can see you've got 2 options. You can save hard to accumulate $750,000, and then at the end of your retirement that money's gone. Or you could take the second option and buy 1, 2 or 3 properties, depending on how much income you want when you retire, and you can work really hard to pay your house off and to pay those investment properties off using the tenant's money and other techniques that I teach. And when you do that, you've got a never-ending source of income. So it doesn't matter if you live to 100 or 150, that money will still keep coming in. So my guess is that that's probably a better idea, because it means that you've got more choices around what to do with your money. So I hope that's helped you today, and how to calculate how much you need for your retirement. My name is Phil Strong. I look forward to catching you back here real soon. Take care.